Hi, this is Dave Bolduc with the Bella Group. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today's April 1st. Promise no April Fool's jokes. We are going to talk today about the Connecticut real estate market and talk about an opportunity that I've seen within it. And then where I wish there were an April Fool's joke, we'll talk about the mortgage rates. So jumping right into the Connecticut market update. There were 3 months through the year, thank goodness. The spring market is here. Over the last 7 days, we've seen 943 new listings versus 783 closings. So we're seeing more listings than closings. So that's a good thing. So that means the inventory is building a little bit. Now the challenge is there's a lot of pent-up demand. So those extra listings are being chewed up very quickly with demand that's out there. And so what we'll see is more closings later on. But it's a good trend. It's a good start to a trend of seeing more listings coming on the market. So I always have to have a chart, sorry. This chart shows the last 12 months of listings, houses on the market, and closings. And what I want to point out to you is the seasonality of things. All those numbers are high in the summer because a lot of activity in the market in the summer, and low in the winter because there's not as much activity. We're coming out of the winter, so we're seeing an uptrend. And what we're seeing, which is great news, is in March we had 4,400 new listings. So that's a good thing. We just need that to continue. And the longer that continues, the more we burn down that demand that we're facing right now. So one of the opportunity that I see is, let's talk about the number of houses that are on the market right now. There's 3,372 single families and condos. And then another 195 are in coming soon status. Coming soon just means, hey, we're going to list this soon. We're letting you know. Here's a picture of the house and the details, but you can't see it and you can't make any offers until it actually goes live. So how many of those 3,372 homes that are active on the market right now have been on the market for more than 100 days? So take a second, pause the video, put an answer down in the comments to see what you guys think. So the answer is 1,029. That's almost a third of the inventory. And this chart here shows what I'm talking about. And I broke it out in 100-day increments up to a year and then, over a year. And you can see that over a year there's 263 houses. That's a quarter of the houses that are over 100 days to begin with. So what's going on there? Well, there's many different reasons. It could be the condition of the house. It could be somebody's just got the house listed, and if they get their price, they'll move. If they won't, they won't. There could be many different reasons why it's taken this long to sell. But a lot of them are the condition of the house is people don't want to buy it. They don't want to take on those repairs. So there's an opportunity here if you're willing to do it, and that's to get a renovation loan. So what we would do is we would estimate the after repair value, the ARV, after repair value of the house, and then we would estimate with a contractor what the repairs would cost. And then we can put in an offer based on that. So if we think the house is worth $300,000 and we need $50,000 in repairs, then the most you'd be able to offer is $250,000. And then you can get one of these 203K loans, which is an FHA product, or the Fannie Mae home style loan, which is usually a conventional loan, I believe a conventional loan, but we'll let the lenders tell you about that. Each one is a little bit different, but they both bring the same general value, which is you buy a house that's not quite up to snuff. There's something wrong with it, and you can make those repairs before you move in, and that cost gets rolled into your mortgage. So you don't have to have cash in hand. You can do it as part of your mortgage. The general process, I just covered a little bit of it, is you find the house you want, you have a contractor estimate the costs. We make an offer based on the cost and what we think it'll be afterward. Once we get it under contract, we have the contractor come in and do a real estimate. We send that into the bank. The bank sends an appraiser. The appraiser, using the estimated repairs and then looking at the house as well, they say, these are the repairs that need to be done, and this is how much I think it'll cost. And once it's fixed, this is what I think it'll be worth. So again, the after repair value, the repair costs, and then they look at all of that and they say, if the after repair value plus is more than the repair costs and your purchase price, you're golden. You can move forward. And then you get the loan. The bank pays the contractor as they do the repairs. When the repairs are done, you open the doors to your HGTV experience, the house that you set up the way you want it. So it's a really great little process if you're willing to take on that extra work. And I guess the question you have to answer for yourself is, would you rather go through 8, 10, 12 houses where you're constantly being rejected over months, or finding a house that is generally exactly what you want, just needs to be updated, and then having the updates done? That's up to you. If you're willing to do it, give me a call. Let's talk about it. I think it's a great opportunity. So moving on to mortgage rates now, 4.67%. So that's not good news. It's up from 4.42. Yeah, 4.42. And inflation is cranking still. So 7.9 on the CPI. And I'm going to read this because I get it wrong every time I say it. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which is something that the Fed measures, came in at 5.4% for March, which is high. The key there is that excludes food prices and energy prices, probably the two things that have gone up the most. So it's a number that's already pushed down low, and it's high. So this is something that, we can see inflation is still going. And as inflation goes, the Fed, it raises their Fed fund rate, which drives mortgage rates up over time. So we do expect to see mortgage rates continue to go up. I've seen estimates of in the 5% range. And I always bring out this slide because it's super important. Generally, yeah, the interest rates are a little bit higher than what we've seen over the past couple of years. But if you look back over a wider time frame, interest rates are still remarkably low. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to wait until we're up in the 6, 7, 8 if we get there, which I hope we don't. But we don't want to wait until we get up there to try to buy a house. And now, the other thing that I want to point out, and I did this last week as well, is if you get an interest rate at today's rate and then it drops back down to 2.5%, you can refinance. So you can still capture those savings. So that's where we are for today. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please click the like button. The YouTube algorithm loves that, and subscribing and ringing the bell so that you can continue to get the information every week that I put out. My buyers and sellers guides, there's a link in the description. You can grab those. They're on Google Docs. There's no requirement to give me any of your personal information. Until next week, I hope you guys have a great weekend and everything goes well for you. Talk soon.